Okay, and again we're going to create a unique piece for the top and the bottom of the window. But I think as far as the plaster we have ready to go, that's that for there. Again, another unique piece for down here too. Pardon me. Sorry about that, guys. I'm losing my voice. Okay, I hope I didn't blast anyone's eardrums there that may be wearing headphones. Oh, dear. Okay. Alright, so we have our plaster sections that we have ready on the wall. Let's bring in the wooden arch sections now. And they're going to be these ones, but I'm going to take it, I think, from here. Let's copy one of these. They're all exactly the same, just that the ones at the bottom have been scaled slightly differently. And these are more the standard size, so... And we're still going to have to scale them up anyway. Let's bring that forward. We'll duplicate it again. Okay, let's bring in the decorative wrought iron work for the sides, and we're going to be reusing one of the ones we have here for our gate. Again, it's just a good example of just reusing the same assets again and again to save on your, just speed up your game engine a bit. Don't do that. We have a couple of options here. We can scale it down, which I'll see what that looks like. What I'm looking at here is just that bit of metalwork that's poking through the top. What we can do is we can either pull this in until that's hidden, but I don't really like the look of that going into the column. We can scale it up so it looks like it's part of the design, which is what I think I did in the original. We can scale it down until that piece is hidden inside the wood, which is another option. Let's see if that'll work. I think that'll probably work for what we want. Or the other option was, of course, I could have taken one of these decorative metalwork pieces here and used that to place on top of that post like I have here. But I think scaling it down and hiding it's just as good. Let's just duplicate that again. Again, I'm just going to may just pull this column back just a little bit. There we go. And let's copy it again. Right. Now, you see the problem we're having here with this column? This column is never meant to go, designed to go where it is, because it's on a 90-degree angle, like it's half a column. What I really should have designed for here is just one front face of that column without the side bit to it, if it's just sitting on a wall like it is here. We can't push it back because it's going to go through our wall. But what we can do is we can select a column and scale it non-uniformly. Pull it back. It should give us a little bit of play to pull it back into the wall without it going through to the other side. I pull this one forward a bit more. We're going to scale this up. And in fact, to keep it uniform, I'm going to scale both. Now, this one is the right width. But this one, because we had to scale our column as opposed to what it looks like here, unless I scale this one too. Actually, I will. I'll scale this column in as well. No, it's not sticking through our wall, which is good. So now we're going to have to scale up those wooden arches to meet the columns on either side. Okay, this one looks like it's just out of alignment. Okay, let's bring in our ceiling pieces now as well. We can probably get away with using one of them, I think. Like, I'm going to have 3 separate pieces, but we'll just duplicate the one asset. Let's start down this end. And again, these ceiling plaster pieces do use parallax mapping. They're just a flat plane, but because they've been parallax mapped, they give the illusion of having more detail than it actually does, as long as you don't get too close to it. I was wondering why it looked okay here, but it's too wide here, and that's because I've actually extended it past where it should be, but we'll fix that in a minute. Let's do this one first. Alright. Let's pull back to the corner here so I can take a better look at what's going on. Let's save our file as well, because we've made a few changes. We don't want to lose what we've done. Alright, now, and this, again, this ceiling piece that is inside of this sort of extended window here, we're going to have to create a unique mesh for, a unique mesh size. Again, we'll tackle that once we've got a bit more of the building fleshed out. Probably at the same time that we do the unique panel pieces, plaster pieces for the windows. Right. trying to see what we should tackle next. I'd really like to get the entryway done. Like, I'd like to bring that staircase in that goes in this corner over here. That'll help to sort of flesh out the entryway a lot more. Do remember we're going to place a rug down here as well, a Persian rug on the ground. I don't think I brought the rug in yet, though. I may have. I actually did bring the rug in, but we won't place that till we place the stairs in, because I need to make sure it's positioned correctly. And I think the best way to do that will be to wait till we get our main stairwell in. Let's do that though. Let's finish that stairwell. It's 99% done. The only thing I need to change is I need to swap out these railing sections for the updated versions we created, and remove the wrought iron, because we're going to place that. We've already got wrought iron in there, and we're going to create a blueprint to save on memory. So let's get out of isolation mode here. I don't think I brought the carpet in yet, so let's bring in what we actually have got done. Come on, Max, don't do this. Now, the base is a separate object. The railings are going to be a separate object. And the carpet is also going to be a separate object. Let's start with the base of the stairs though. We're calling this one main stair panel. I've got to remember where I placed the textures for that too, because we did that about 3 weeks ago and I can't remember, because we're going to have to bring them in to recreate the shader. So we have the base of the step. I can't export the actual rail yet until I get these bronze rail sections swapped out, but we can take out the carpet, or the actually I think the carpet is part of the stair now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I attached that carpet to the step. And again, the carpet was created in ZBrush. Pardon me. Maybe if I turn on default shading, you'll get a better view of it. Yeah, no, you can't really see it that well, but what I've done is I took it into ZBrush to soften up the edges. This is the raw mesh. I took this into ZBrush, I softened up the edges, and I also put some like folds in the carpet, like just molded in some folds and rumples on the carpet in ZBrush, just to give the carpet a bit more three-dimensionality. Look like it had been kicked up in corners and that type of thing. It's hard to see once the text is applied to it though here, but it is there. And I actually then attached that carpet to the actual step themselves, to the steps themselves. I just want to get out of default shading and go back to flat shaded color. But we do want to export what is going on here? Okay, there we go. I do want to export one of these. They're just to keep the carpet attached to the inside of the step. I don't know what you call them, like a carpet runner type thing. Let's export one of those. I'm calling it carpet tie. Alright, so the only thing left we've got to export now is the actual railings themselves. Before we do that though, let's bring in what we have already exported. So I just want to find the textures I'm using for these. I just can't quite remember where on the hard drive I put them. Okay, it's this one here, and it is in Models, Art Deco, Building, Exports, Main Stairway, Carpet Tie. Okay. And I want to double check the actual base as well. Just going to move some of these out of the way. Max has a bad habit when you use the picker of placing your textures on top of other shaders. There we go. Again, I just want to find out where I placed these. Models, Art Deco, Building, Exports, it's all in Main Stairway, so I have been good, I think, and kept everything together. Except for this carpet. We'll come back to this. Let's import it into Unreal. In our Models folder. Let's start with the carpet tie, I think. It should really only be one texture from memory. I'm just going to check to see if I created any roughness or metallic maps for that. I do. I have a metallic, an ambient occlusion. I'm not going to bring the normal in because that normal map color looks incorrect, but I will bring the roughness in. Okay, so this one is the metallic. I think this one is the ambient occlusion. Yeah. And this one will be the roughness. And it's supposed to be like a polished brass carpet tie, so that looks fine. Again though, I just want to rename the material so I know what it is. Let's bring in the base of the steps now. Now, let's set up our shaders. Models, building, main steps, plain wood. Okay. main steps. So we want the normal map. Okay, this is one where I actually have included the occlusion, the roughness and the metallic into one texture. So we'll bring that in. Good example of what I was talking about before. The reason I don't tend to use it is because I always get confused as to which channel goes where. Let's just pull those into our shader. So I'm going to have to look up one of my other textures I've already created to remember what goes where. Which channel, which red, green and blue goes to which channel here. I'm going to save that. Before I hook it up, I'm going to open up a shader I've created that uses that layout. Try and find one here. No, you don't. No, you don't either. No, you don't either. Oop. I know I do have one or two in here because I started initially doing that. Oh, nope. Nope. Bear with me, we will get there. Okay, this one we do. So the red channel goes to the ambient occlusion. The green channel goes to the green channel is going to roughness and the blue channel to metallic. Yep. So green, rough, blue, metallic. Right, so the green channel to roughness, the blue channel to metallic. I've hooked up my normal to my metallic channel by mistake, which means the red channel will go to our ambient occlusion. And that looks right, so save that. Let's do the same now. I want to rename this while I'm here, again, just so I don't get confused. Plain wood. Main steps plain wood. And this one is Deco corners. Okay. Work out where that is. Model building. I'm not really sure where it's pulling that from. It shouldn't be pulling it from the game directory. we'll come back to this one. Let's move on to one of the other shaders here. Main stairs panels. Master roof. This is a problem when you create an asset 3 weeks ago that you forget where you've actually placed everything. Okay, it's here. I placed it in a subdirectory, that's why I got confused. That's the corners one there, so I have to come back here. Let's bring in the normal and the ambient occlusion, roughness and metallic. And plug our normal to our normal. Can you guys remember which one was which? I think was the blue going to the metallic, I think it was. Which means the green went to the roughness and the red went to the ambient occlusion. We can check it here, and if it looks okay in our shader it should be fine. Okay. Let's come back here to this one now that I couldn't find the texture for. And this is Deco corners, so let's have a look. It should be here, I think. Yep. So we want the normal map and the mixed roughness occlusion metallic. Blue to metallic. Green to roughness and red to occlusion. And that looks fine. Yeah, so that's a better way to work to get the, if you're using Substance Painter, to get it to save out into one texture as opposed to 3 separate textures. It saves on memory for you. Yeah, I generally don't like to use it just because I always get confused between these different channels. But that's just me, you probably won't. Alright. I just want to rename that material so we don't get confused. And this is main steps Deco COR for corner underscore matte for material. And we did the other one as well, which I didn't rename. What was that texture called? Panels, okay. Right. What is this one? And this is going to be the actual steps themselves. They're like a white marble step. And again, this is called white marble. So we want this one is separated out. So the metallic, the ambient occlusion, the normal map, and the roughness. Make sure I got my order correct. Yep, ambient occlusion, roughness, good. So metallic. Right, and it's slightly shiny because it's a white marble. The stairs are actually like a white marble. Alright. Let's just make sure we rename that shader so we know what it is. Which one was it? No, not that one. I don't think I created a normal for the carpet. I don't think I'm using normal maps on fabric. So curtains and carpet, I'm pretty sure I didn't create normals for. But we will double check. No, not there. Let's go into the main directory where I also keep my textures. It'll be fine that it can use a normal map. The carpet, maybe a normal map would be good. We can certainly create one, say in NAL, KNALD, and bring it in. Let's see my carpet there. Where is this? Model building stairs carpet. I'm just going to jump back into Max really quickly and check that that path. So it's models, Art Deco, building, Deco, model, stairs, carpet, new. Okay, it's here. I haven't created a normal map for it. I won't until we place it and see if it needs it. I'll just rename the shader so again we know what it is. Okay. We're going to be creating a blueprint once we get the rest of the model pieces in for this main stairwell. I think we have all of our shaders set up for it now, with the exception of what we bring in next. So let's jump back into Max. Actually, let's just make sure we do a save all here because we don't want to waste the work we've done. Again, I have to make sure I save because I turn autosave off on in Max and in any program I use really. And that's just because I don't like being interrupted when I'm working with the program saving out and sort of freezing the program for a minute while it saves. So I turn all autosaves off, which means, of course, I must remember to save regularly. So we're going to work on just swapping out these railing sections here. I'm just going to select those and select